Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Zsuzsi, and as you've probably already guessed from the title of this video, we are doing a huge book haul today. A little bit of disclaimer before I do this video, because I usually don't do book haul videos. Honestly, I've been considering for a long time whether to upload this video or not, because it just seemed very insensitive considering everything that is going on in the world right now, and especially in the current economic situation. But then when I looked at this huge pile of books and also at the sum of the money that I paid for these books, I realized that this is not the best time to make this video, because I snatched some of these completely new books on such an insane deal that's got no time limit. So I decided to share some info with you guys how you can get some of these books cheap or cheaper than usual. How? This is easy. Go to the UK bookstore Blackwells. When I visited the United Kingdom this year in May, I, of course, being a reader, had a very long list of books that I wanted to purchase in the UK. I went to some amazing bookshops. I will link the vlog in the description box down below, but that's not the point of this video. The point is that when we were in Oxford, I found this bookstore, and it is a huge bookstore in the UK. It's kind of like a chain called Blackwells. In general, I was super surprised to see that books are so much cheaper in the United Kingdom. And out of all the bookstores, Blackwells has, in my opinion, the best prices, and they also ship internationally. I know that they ship to the United States, and it is completely free. You pay no sales taxes, and it's not enough that the books are cheaper. Sometimes if you specifically want to get the UK cover, or if you want the paperback over the hardback, because sometimes in the UK they release new releases in paperback, then I think that this is the store to go to. Since spring, I have purchased many books from them, and I am going to show you the ones that I have here. But just to give you a couple of examples, and I am going to include the prices on the screen for US bookstores, the price for online shopping, as well as how much these books cost at Blackwell, so you have a general idea. For example, I ordered Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies from this bookstore because I wanted the UK cover, and the price was the fraction of the price that I would have paid in the United States. I also ordered the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy by Stephanie Garber from Blackwells because I wanted the UK cover. I really hated the US cover, just to give you a couple of examples. But then here we are with another order, and let's start with the one that is in the box, because I am so excited to see these books. It's insane. If you have been here for a while, then you know that I went absolutely nuts over the UK cover of the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy by Stephanie Garber. I think that the US cover is like atrocious. Like, I wouldn't pay any money for those books. I needed the UK cover version, and that's exactly what's in this box, but it's the hardback version and not the paperback version. So excited! I'm so excited to see these books. I think that they will be amazingly beautiful. Oh my god! Oh my god, guys! These books are just gorgeous! This is the newest release. Oh, let's do it in order. This is the first one, Once Upon a Broken Heart. I mean, look at that cover. How is it possible that you don't want this book in this cover? Jesus, this is beautiful. The stars and then the little foxes. Oh, I love foxes. This is just gorgeous. Oh wow, nice. The book itself is amazing quality, and I really like the print size. I'm very happy with this book. But what the hell? Oh wow, this is A gorgeous book. Oh my god, now I really want to see how the other ones look like because I did not expect this. This is the second one, The Ballad of Never After. I think that this second book was such a good book in the trilogy, and it's pink. Ah, it's so cute. Oh my god. I mean, come on. These books are gorgeous. Oh, I love the jacket, but now I kind of feel tempted to take off the jacket and just have the hardbacks as they are. And then the last book in the trilogy, A Curse for True Love. I actually did a reading vlog for this one that again I will leave in the description box down below. I love this cover too, and it's purple. It's purple. Oh, come on. And it's a fox. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was worth every penny. Fantastic quality, beautiful books, and considering that I love this series, I am so happy that I bought this book series. Oh my god. I got 2 other books from Blackwells as well, but I already unboxed these because I already read these, and I already uploaded a review video for both of these books. The first one is Love Theoretically by Ellie Hazelwood. This is again significantly cheaper there. Now I know that I probably do not need to introduce this book to many of you because the Ellie Hazelwood books are so incredibly famous. She's publishing about women in academia, specifically in STEM, and I am a woman in STEM, so I was very reluctant first to pick up any of her books, but then I decided to start with book number 3 because this is the one that was recommended for me, and this is the one that takes place in Boston at MIT. So I was like, are you kidding me? Of course I have to buy this book. Of course I have to read this book, and I am so happy that I did. So for those of you who don't know, this book follows 2 physicists, a theoretical physicist, Elsie, who is applying for a tenure position at MIT, and we also have Jack, who is the experimental physicist who is on the hiring board at MIT, and he is the one who stands between Elsie and her dream job. And this is a romance novel, so of course we know how this is going to end up. If you want to know my in-depth thoughts and feelings, then check out the book review video that I will leave in the description box below. But I got it from Blackwells, and I think that it was worth it. And again, this is a very good quality book. And then the last book that I got from Blackwells in this whole video is Britney Spears' memoir, The Woman in Me. It is the same as the US edition. It was just simply cheaper. I did a review video for this book as well. I will leave it in the description box below. I did not expect this memoir to have the effect on me that it had. I think that this is one of the best memoirs that I've ever read. It's very short, very well written, very well edited. It follows Britney from her childhood. We really get to see how she started out. We get to see her very, very famous years. And of course, she will also tell us the story how and why she ended up in the conservatorship and how she got free of the conservatorship. I am so happy that I read this book. It was a very educational read, and I walked away from this book with many lessons. So if you can, then please go and support Britney. Even if you don't want to buy the book, then just get it from the library, physical copy or the audio book. I read both. They are both amazing, and just listen to her. When a woman comes forward and when a woman decides to tell her story, then please just sit down and listen to her. Amazing book. I also pre-ordered Ruthless Vows from Blackwells. They got both the US cover as well as the UK cover. They are around the same price, I think, so have a look at the website and pre-order if you are interested. These are the books that I bought from Blackwells, but obviously go up on the website. I will leave it in the description box down below and just have a look around. Obviously, I cannot guarantee that everything will be at a cheaper price point that you are interested in, but you know, just browse. I'm sure that you will find a couple of books that you are interested in. Right now, oh dear Lord, a couple of other orders. I ordered a lot of books for Christmas and for the festive season in general, just to relax and get into the holiday cheer reading these books. And the first one, The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson. I've never read anything from him, and this little book, it's a novella. It is supposed to be a Christmas thriller. And I know I just said that I'm trying to get into the festive cheer with a Christmas thriller. I think that the cover is really pretty, and in general this book is a very good quality. It is insanely short, so I don't know what I'm going to get out of this book. So this book has a dual timeline. The first one takes place in 1989. And an American art student who's studying in London, she gets invited to her English friend's parents' house to spend the Christmas with them. And then in the second timeline, this student is revisiting all the horrible things that happened on Christmas night. I want to get to this book as soon as I can. It is very short, so I don't think that it will be a challenging read. I hope that I will enjoy it. I've never read anything from Peter Swanson before, so if I like his writing style, then you know, I might just end up picking up his books. Okay, next one. What is this? These are the packages that I love because it's so easy to open them. Oh, 8 Perfect Hours. This book is not a Christmassy read, but it is a winter read. It takes place in March, and it's a romance, obviously, and apparently it's about 2 strangers, Noel and Sam, who meet during a snow blizzard, and they have to spend the night like together, trapped together, hence the title, 8 Perfect Hours. And then they think that they will never meet again, but it turns out that fate has something else in plan for them. Once it snows here in Massachusetts, I think that I will pick this one up. Okay, next set of books. These are also Christmassy books, wintry Christmassy books. One of them is The Afterlife of Holly Chase, and this book is supposed to be, I think, a YA twist on the Christmas Carol, because our protagonist Holly, 5 years ago, she was visited by 3 Christmas ghosts who told her that she is incredibly selfish, she needs to change her ways of living, but she resisted and then she died. And in the afterlife, she is working for this top secret company, a Project Scrooge, I think, as the latest ghost of Christmas past. And every year she's tasked to save another Christmas Grouch, but apparently this year everything is going to change for her, so I cannot wait to pick this one up. And I also have a new release here, A December to Remember by Jenny Bayliss, and this book is not a romance book, at least I don't think so. I didn't want to read all Christmas romances, I wanted other things as well. And apparently this book is about 3 sisters who are estranged, and it wasn't always like that, and now they are after their father's inheritance, so they must come together and somehow work out their differences. That's what I gathered from the back and also from the internet, so I cannot wait to read this one. And the last box that we have here, this is supposed to have also like Christmassy reads as well as wintry reads, because I stocked up on these books. Yes, so the first one is The Mistletoe Motif, and I've heard so many great things about this book, and this is very short, so I decided that this is gonna be my Christmassy romance book because this is a romance book, and this sounds like a typical grumpy and sunshine romance that takes place in a bookstore at Christmas time. Say less, sold. And the next book is A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. Whoa! Okay, T. Kingfisher is my queen. If you have been around for a while, then you know exactly how I feel about her, and I want to read everything that she has ever written. She has such a unique humor and such unique twists. I just love it. And this is not specifically like a Christmassy book or a winter book, but there is a ginger man on the gingerbread man, sorry, on the cover. So of course I had to buy this one. Now this sounds a little bit more like a middle grade book and not necessarily a YA or an adult book, but I hope that I will still be able to enjoy it. This book is about 14-year-old Mona, who has a little bit of magic in her, but it's not like a wowza type of magic. Her magic only works on bread, and she is working at a bakery making gingerbread man dance, whatever that means. But then her life gets turned upside down when they found a dead body in her aunt's bakery, and apparently there is an assassin on the loose who is killing people with magic. So I am looking forward to read this one. I am looking forward to read anything by T. Kingfisher, honestly. T. Kingfisher and her books, they need to get way more attention because they are absolutely amazing. Okay, and then the last book that I unboxed here is A Castle in the Clouds. And this is a YA mystery novel, apparently. It takes place in the Swiss mountains in a super old and creepy hotel as they are preparing for the New Year's Eve ball. This is all I know about this book. I mean, this sounds good to me. Swiss mountains and then an old creepy hotel, and there is this cat here as well, so I think that the cat is important. Honestly, this is enough for me. And this book is very pretty. Oh, look at that. This book is very pretty. Oh, it's so cute. I am planning to film reading vlogs for a couple of these books. So if you are interested in any of these books, then stay tuned because we will discuss them. All right, I also picked up some fantasy from my local bookstore. And none of these fantasy books will be new to you guys. They are, however, new to me because I've never read these books. The first of them is Legends and Lattes. And I know that this book was basically a booktube darling last year, and everybody and their cats and their dogs and their parrots, whatever, read this book. Not me. This is apparently a cozy fantasy, and this is about an orc, Vivian, or Viv, who is not able to fight in battles anymore because of an injury, so she decided to open a bakery or a coffee shop with all these like baked goods, and honestly it sounds like cozy, so I cannot wait to pick this up this winter because I want to know what all the craziness is about. Have you read this book? If you have, could you please leave a comment for me down below and just tell me your thoughts about this book? I want to understand again the craziness, because also the prequel to this book, it came out this year and people love that as well, so we'll see. And then the next book series that I picked up is the epic fantasy romance series, The Cruel Prince. I've never read this fantasy romance series, and I know what you think. How is it possible? I don't know how it's possible. Everybody loves these books, this series. I bought the first book, The Cruel Prince, and then I also got the second book, The Wicked King, and I also have the third book. I swear I have the third book, I just don't know where it is right now. I bought the entire series because it was like cheaper buying the 3 at the same time. So I do hope that I will love it. I have no doubts though, because everybody loves these books. The fantasy girlies, the romantasy girlies, and even people who don't necessarily read that much fantasy romance, or like, you know, they heavily criticize romance, they still say that this is one of the best fantasy romance series that they've ever read in their life. So I gotta know what this is about. I know that there are many books out there taking place in this universe, because this series is finished, but then Holy Black already started another series in this universe. I cannot wait to start this book series. All I know is that it is about a fairy prince called Carden and a human girl named Jude. And it's a haters to lovers romance. And apparently Carden has a tail. And that tail is important, and it will come into play later on in the series. Whatever the hell that means, but sign me up. I want to know, like, what? And then I have this last stack of books to show you guys, because these are the books that I picked up from my Boston book shopping trip, again linked in the description box down below. And I am really excited to read these books. One of them is a fantasy book. This is not a fantasy romance. A Master of Gin by Pete Gilly Clark, and I've already read the other books that he published in this universe, but this is the full-length novel and I haven't read this. And this honestly sounds so good, because this is basically a historical fantasy murder mystery that takes place in Cairo, Egypt. And honestly, that's all that you need to say if you want to sell this book for me. I'm like, yeah. And I really liked his writing in the shorter works, so I think that I will like this book. I mean, I hope I will like this book. And then I also picked up another fantasy, Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. This is my first Brandon Sanderson. I've never read anything from Brandon Sanderson, and so many people say that this is one of the best books to read from him first. This is a standalone, so if I don't like his writing or if I don't like his style, then, you know, like, nothing big happens. And this book is also beautiful. It's really, really nice. I'm trying to get my hands on the audiobook through my library, but it is a little bit harder to get. But as soon as I get the audiobook, I think I will start this book. God, so many beautiful books. I cannot wait to read all of them. And then the last 2 books. One of them is Whereabouts by Jhumpa Lahiri. I've read only one of her books, The Interpreter of Melodies, and I really liked it. This one I bought on sale for like $5, but it sounds really interesting because this is basically following a woman. Now this just sounds criminal. This book is a collection of essays, and we are following a 30-something-year-old woman who is reflecting on her life. At least that is my understanding. So I cannot wait to get to this book. And the last book that I hold is a book that I am super interested to read, and that is The Book of Form and Emptiness by Ruth Ozeki. Ruth Ozeki, honestly, she has become one of my auto-buy authors, because when I read A Tale for the Time Being from this woman, my life was changed. I knew that my life was never gonna be the same again. I mean, so excellently, so beautiful. Read that book. Read that book. This book has such an interesting concept, just like A Tale for the Time Being, but this book is about a little boy who's apparently, after the death of his father, is able to hear the thoughts of different objects that surround him. And obviously that includes a book. She has such interesting concepts and such interesting premise. It's crazy. So I cannot wait to get to this book. I said the same about every single book that I have in this pile. 22 books. I don't know when I get the chance to read them, but I want to read them. This is it, guys. This is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me, and I hope that you found this video useful. Go and check out Blackwells. I am sure that you will find a book or a couple of books that you are interested in. And let me know if you read any of these books. And if you have, let me know your thoughts about these books. Hit share, like, and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already done so, you are welcome here. And if you want to check out any of my other videos, I will leave them on the screen, probably here and here. And I see you soon in an upcoming video. Bye!